Hello, welcome to class 11. Today we are going to be covering a new topic. It's going to be about holidays, especially the recent holidays of which have happened during this week.
Okay, so I'm gonna be going over Chinese New Year. So the Chinese New Year origin. So Chinese New Year is it's in a steeped legend, and one legend is that thousands of years ago a monster named Nian or Year, it would attack villagers at the beginning of each new year. The monster was afraid of like loud noises, bright lights, and the color red. So these things were basically used to chase the beast away, and the celebrations to usher out the old year and bring forth the luck and prosperity of the new one. Therefore, often it includes fireworks, firecrackers, and like red clothes and decorations to scare the Nian away. And the dragon, it's a symbol of good fortune. Usually, traditionally symbolizes potent and auspicious powers, particularly control over water, rainfall, typhoon, and floods. The dragon is also a symbol of power and strength and good luck for the people who are worthy and are in the East Asian culture. And the dances, they are a symbol of China's culture and they are believed to bring good luck to people. Therefore, the longer the dragon is in the dance, the more luck it will bring to the community. And the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac are the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, snake, horse, goat, or sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. It has attributes of an animal with spirit, wit, alertness, delicacy, flexibility, and vitality. Um, what is Chinese New Year about? So, it is usually about like reuniting with the family and like bringing the luck to the family to like supporting each other, having like great time and like wishing each other to like uh achieving their own dreams and seeing the younger generations to grow. Um like before the festival begins, it usually they people usually clean their homes to bring good luck and to like start fresh in the new year. And businesses and school closes for about a week to let the family get together and take a break from all the stress and like work they get every day. And they say to not touch the broom during Chinese New Year because it could sweep the luck away along with the like trash at home and like all of those bad stuff. And it also means to celebrate surviving another 356 days of your life. That means you have survived a long day and like uh bad things and like good things and like ups and downs, and it just means good luck. And the beginnings, the ancestor worship of the ancient Qing dynasty for people, and again red lanterns and scrolls to like scare away the Nian, because it it used to raid the village and the people.
Yeah, so building off of what Jerry just said, red is a very lucky color, like the legend was where they had red, it would scare off Nian. They still have that tradition today where you'll have red envelopes, and red envelopes are usually given to friends, but more specifically to parents to their children or grandparents to their children or their grandchildren. And they're usually sent either in person, but because obviously we're in a pandemic, a lot of them are sent online through WeChat, which is like a very popular kind of social network. Um, we also hang red decorations. Those are like firecrackers you can see in the picture. They're also like paper cuttings, which are very fancy sometimes, or they're just like a square with a Chinese character written on it. And they also usually buy red clothes. Those are just like representing new things, fresh things, bringing fortune, auspicious luck, I guess. Another thing, like Jerry said, is that family time is really important. They usually have a family reunion meal, which is the most important meal of the entire year. And here they'll eat a lot of special food that I'll talk about in the next slide. You also call relatives in China. For example, my family is the only family in the US. So all of our relatives still live in China, so we'll call them on that day. We also set off firecrackers and fireworks, and we watch the New Year's Gala, which is like a 4 hour, 5 hour long program where people have comedy, skits, dancing, songs, martial arts, a bunch of different things. So this is like the special food that they serve. There's a lot more than what I have on the slide, but these are just like the more famous ones. So for sure, you'll usually have fish. There's a lot of different fish that you can eat. Catfish is for surplus, which means like you'll have more things, more wealth, more luck, more whatever you want. You also can eat carp, which is just like standard luck. You also have dumplings. Dumplings are pretty common in Chinese cuisine, but they're very special on this day. On this picture to the right, you can see how people actually make dumplings. You want to have lines instead of circles when you put them on the board or when you put them in the pan, because circles are said to be like your life is going to go around and round in circles, so you're not going to get anywhere, which is kind of like just a cool thing, not really that important. And then a lot of people actually put coins in their dumplings. My family doesn't do this, but people do it where you'll put a coin in the dumpling, and the person who finds the coin in their dumpling, it's said that they'll have extra wealth or extra luck that year. The other thing is that they'll eat spring rolls, which is supposed to look like gold bars. They're the picture in the bottom right. And then you also have sweet rice ball soup, which is supposed to represent like family and reunion.
Hello and welcome to our section of the presentation. Today we're going to be covering Valentine's Day. So, the origins of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, the name specifically came from a famous saint during the Roman times. This saint had the name of Saint Valentine, and he was a priest from Rome in around the 3rd century AD of the Roman Empire. What happened was during that time, the emperor of the time, banned marriages and basically relationships from men. That's because the emperor at the time, assumed that his soldiers wouldn't be as strong or wouldn't be as brave if they had a relationship. So instead, he banned these relationships and marriages. So what Saint Valentine actually did was that he then went on and started arranging secret marriages between men and women. And what eventually happened was the emperor found out about these secret arrangements and sentenced him to death. What happened? And so he was first sent to jail, and for the time of which he was in jail, he fell in love with one of the prison guard's daughters. And what happened was basically on February 14th, the day of which he was executed, he also supposedly sent out a love letter to this woman saying from your Valentine, which is where Valentine's Day got its name from. Now, please go back. So now, basically, from also inspiring from Valentine's Day, how the day itself got into recognition was how in in Rome, there was a festival of which children of both genders would get together and pretend to be in a relationship. They would basically draw names and pretend to be in a relationship with each other, and that was a festival. However, Christians wanted to somehow integrate this into a better holiday. So they came up with the idea of Valentine's Day and named it Valentine's Day after Saint Valentine in order to honor and remember his name. And that is how both the name and the festival slash holiday of Valentine's came to be. Next slide. So basic the Valentine's Day meaning. So Valentine's Day is usually associated with love and affection. People will usually often exchange gifts or presents to show their affection, and common gifts would usually be chocolates, flowers, sometimes even some jewelry. Chocolate, the reasons of why people gifted chocolate during Valentine's Day was mainly because, according to our research, was that in ancient times, the Aztecs believed that chocolate had, quote, I'm going to quote this here, aphrodisiac effects, basically meaning that it caused the consumer to basically grow more passionate towards the other person. And this eventually made its way into European culture through through the nobles, and the nobles would then start gifting chocolates and other such items to each other, and from there, the giving of chocolates and other goods has then been passed down through the generations, even to today.
Valentine's traditions. Common traditions during Valentine's Day usually include exchanging gifts such as chocolate or flowers. It might also include a romantic night out for dinner or going sightseeing. Other people might choose to stay home, usually when they do not have someone to do any of the Valentine's tradition with. Interesting Valentine's Day facts. In Japan, on March 14th, a month after Valentine's Day, people will give reciprocal gifts to people who gave them gifts on Valentine's Day. This is called White Day. The gifts people spend the most on during Valentine's Day is jewelry. They're expensive, pretty, and shiny, and often used as a romantic gift between couples.
So next holiday we're going to talk about is President's Day. What President's Day is just a celebration of George Washington, United States' first president. George Washington was born on February 22nd, 1732. How this became a holiday, Congress actually passed a Uniform Monday Holiday Act in 1968, which made this George Washington's birthday a federal holiday, and actually moved this moved this date to the third Monday of every February. Now this Monday changes from year to year, but usually lands in from somewhere from February 15th to the 21st. This is actually kind of I guess, misleading, since his birthday is actually on the February 22nd, and every year when we celebrate President's Day, it's never actually on George Washington's birthday. So that's something, I guess, fun fact. Also, another notable president that is around this time, uh, Abraham Lincoln, which was our country's 16th president. He was born on February 12th, just about 1 or 2 weeks away from George Washington's birthday. His birthday was never actually passed or celebrated as a federal holiday, but many states do also celebrate his birthday along with George Washington's birthday, which kind of gave this holiday's name, President's Day, where we celebrate like a lot of presidents' birthday on that day. So more history about this President's Day. As I said before, George Washington was born on February 22nd, 1732. But that was using the Gregorian calendar. George Washington was actually born on February 11th, 1731, using the old style calendar, which was not as used right now. So the Gregorian calendar is like the most used standard calendar that we see in most of the world right now. So it was originally implemented as an act of Congress in 1879, and it was the George Washington was the first president to be celebrated, and for his birthday, since George Washington did a lot for the country.
Corporate businesses are usually closed on this day. Federal and state government services close. Class schedules at universities and colleges vary depending on the school. Public and elementary and secondary schools are generally closed. The first holiday is also a tribute to a general who created the first military badge of merit. The Purple Heart Medal is awarded to soldiers who are injured. Since 1862, there has been a tradition in the United States Senate that George Washington's farewell address be read on his birthday. Community celebrations display a lengthy heritage. Washington's hometown of Alexandria, Virginia hosts a month-long tribute, including what is claimed to be the nation's longest-running and largest George Washington birthday parade. At the George Washington Birthplace National Monument in Westmoreland County, Virginia, visitors are treated to birthday celebrations on the holiday.